This video is actually an apology for not making videos, and I won't be giving a class on Thursday night. The reason being my son is in the hospital since Sunday. He has an ear infection. He has to get antibiotics intravenously. Hopefully, God willing, we might be coming home today or tomorrow. But it really messed up my week. A few thoughts from the hospital. First of all, thank God. Thank God. In the Talmud they say that doctors and God are partners in healing, which is why some doctors think of themselves as gods. It's a blessed thing if you or a loved one has ever been sick. And I'm very happy about Israel. I think part of being an Am Kadosh, of being a holy nation, is the whole world looks at us, if there's a country that has graft or a country that it's not politically good, there aren't good values in its politics, then it kind of gets half a pass. But Israel, no. All of a sudden, the whole world is like Israel's evil because of some thing having to do with their court system. Well, they got it wrong, but they expect us to be better. And I think that's beautifully expressed in the health system. Israel does not have socialized medicine, but everyone gets treatment. The difference is, I think, America, it's kind of like it's because it's geared towards the people who can afford it. Even the regular hospitals are like very luxury. They're almost like luxury hotels. In Israel, I've never seen a private room. They may exist. I've never seen them. Children, they treat them well, so there's only 2 people in a room. And what I like is the kids' rooms. I don't know how it is in America, but the kids' rooms, they have a folding chair, like a nice easy chair that you fold out so that the parents are expected to stay with the kids. Really cool. Since this is Ziv, which is in Tzfat, there's a waiting room with big sofas, and every time I come here, there are at least 20 or 30 Jews who are camped out. The women in one group of sofas, the men in another. And that's because if a Jew is in the hospital, the whole family comes. It's really so sweet, so unbelievable. And they're very nice. When I walk by, they offer me coffee. It's lovely. And it's not luxury. The food is like, you have a woman, she comes and every machlaka, every division, they have someone who cuts the salad, and it's cut by hand, and the food is really, really basic, but it's here for everyone. I love that. So a few thoughts. It's amazing. I wanted to write more about the eclipse. I noticed a lot of people were in a lot of mainstream organizations where Michael Knowles, who partners with Ben Shapiro, he spoke about the eclipse and even about the red heifers. He got some of it right. What amazes me is I remember when I covered the eclipse in 2017, there was a very high level of skepticism. People were like, it's just an eclipse, it's nature. What they forgot is, in the Torah it's written, Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Elokim is the name of God that specifically refers to nature and judgment. So, God manifests himself in nature, of course. So an eclipse, which is and a miracle, as we saw in Egypt, is not like some weird. Miracles are manifested through nature. It's God talking to you. The word nes also means a banner, meaning God's holding up a flag saying, over here. The message is over here. In 2017, when the solar eclipse crossed America, there was so much skepticism. I wrote about it and people were like, see, nothing happened. You know, how do you know? It just happened. Well, the eclipse went from the northwest to the southeast, and as it crossed out over the Atlantic, it crossed over developing storm systems, and that storm season, that hurricane season, turned into one of the most disastrous hurricane seasons in history. And of course, after 2017, there was COVID, there was the Ukraine war, there were a lot of things. And now the war in Israel. So anyone who says that the eclipse, solar eclipse went over America and nothing happened, they would be laughed at. And I also noticed that this year, last week I wrote about how a lot of cities and towns and regions in America and even in Canada preemptively declared disaster areas, emergencies, in expectations that millions and millions of people would be coming out to see the eclipse. This didn't happen in 2017. Where did all this interest in the eclipse come from? I think because people got the message. No one's laughing about how there's not going to be Geulah, there's not going to be redemption, there's not going to be big things happening after this when everyone expects it. So they wanted to go out and see the eclipse. You saw it, but you didn't have to. What I thought was interesting is, you can, I don't know if you can see outside the window, but if you look, it's raining. While America was having the eclipse, my wife sent me a WhatsApp video. There were thunder and lightning storms all over Israel. I think all over, but certainly up north. And rain before Passover is a sign of our relationship with God, that we're doing the right thing. So while you guys were sitting there in the darkness, we were getting light in the middle of the night. We were getting lightning. We were getting rain. We were getting blessings. We were getting shefa, which means the bounty from God. It's supposed to be rain in Israel until Pesach, until Passover, and after Passover, no rain. So I want to apologize for not doing any videos this week. I should be honest, I never really intended to have a video channel. It's just when I saw how many lies were being said and how much Jew hatred was coming out of the red heifer thing. People saying, those darn Jews, they're to blame for October 7th because they wanted to build the temple. How dare they? Which is blaming the victim. So I couldn't stay silent anymore. And what I've gotten is an outpouring of love. Really an outpouring of love. There's so many amazing people who are watching the videos. I mean, there's the other stuff too. But I want to thank you for that, and I want to relate to it. So God willing, next week, when I'll be tucking my son in at night at home and doing videos again. Thank you so much. Be blessed, y'all.